We get told all the time that we need to be consistent. We've got to keep at it, keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Scott Oldford. I'm a mentor to 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs. Today I want to share about the fact that we have to think about the seasons instead of just consistency. Growing up, more than likely, whether it's growing up or just all the social media hustle stuff, it continually tells you that you need to be consistent. Social media, you gotta be consistent. Business, you gotta be consistent. You gotta wake up at 4 a.m. every single morning or 5 a.m. every single morning. You gotta screw your feelings and just do what you have to do. And here's the thing, at certain points in your life that may be true. Here is what I've learned as somebody who is a deca millionaire, who has been $1 million in debt 10 years ago, worth far more than $10 million today. That is not true. Here is what's true, and that I found to be true in so many of the entrepreneurs that I mentor, advise, and those that I invest inside of their companies. There are seasons. There's seasons inside of our life that go along with where we are in our life, where we are in our relationships, where the world is, where the economic cycles are. There are seasons to hustle and seasons to work and seasons to relax, and there's seasons inside of those seasons. What ends up happening is somebody, for example, starts social media, and if you want to get momentum going with social media at the beginning, then posting 3 times a day on social media may be required. But once you actually start finding success, posting 3 times a day when you have a bunch of money in your bank account, and in reality, you are only inspired to post once a day or 3 times a week, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And so what you have to realize is that what both worked in the past isn't going to work in the future, and that this consistency, it's a myth. It's not real. You don't have to be consistent. You don't have to perform every single day. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day. You also don't have to wake up at 10 a.m. every single day. And we can have this sort of difference, and each day being different, each season being different. And so what ends up happening is that when people sort of try to apply the same set of habits or systems, and they're in an opposite season, they fall out of alignment. I see this happen a lot of the time. So there's a season which, for example, hustle makes sense, or there's a season where relaxing makes sense. But let's say that you relax in the season, and then in the next season that you enter, it's time to work, it's time to network, it's time to hustle, it's time to build. Not even hustle, just build. And that person doesn't do it, or that person resists that next seasonal change. There's always the transition time in between where we're like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to go into this next season? And the truth is that if we resist the season, our life becomes difficult. But if we embrace the season, life becomes more and more beautiful. And so I've seen this in my own life when I had my kid. I've seen this in my life when I went from being in debt to having money. I've seen this in my life when I first fell in love. I've seen this in my life time and time again when there are either external or internal moments in time where we shift the season, and thus the actions we take, the habits we have, and the patterns we create and have in our life have to change. And by saying, well, I always have to consistently show up, I always have to perform, I need to will, do, be, it takes the natural beauty out of the fact that there's a seasonality to our life, just like there's a seasonality in our world. And when we embrace the season, we embrace natural flow. And when we embrace natural flow, things seem to be easier. Things are opportunities, not obligations, and we live and lead, in my opinion, a much more beautiful life. So in your life, where is the alignment? Are you aligned right now? And are you resisting a season? Because it's normal for us to resist a season. Even if the next season we're going to feel better, we still generally, what do? We resist change. But if we embrace and we relax into the seasons, trust the universe, surrender to the flow, good things happen, my friend. Good things happen.